Hello everyone, I'm Noah from 12th grade Science 2, and today I have a speech on why do we have to get vaccinated. Well, in the early 2020, at precisely around the middle of March, the world was shocked by the spread of the coronavirus. The spread of this virus where it became a pandemic. Because this virus has spread widely throughout the world. This virus requires us to do daily activities such as wearing masks, avoiding large crowds, staying at home, and washing our hands more often. But unfortunately, all of that is not enough to reduce the spread of this virus. We need a protector for us to avoid the infection of this coronavirus. A couple of months ago, the government has launched coronavirus for all people, coronavirus vaccine. In my opinion, this coronavirus vaccine is the strongest protector to protect us from the COVID-19, and as a student, I'm pretty sure that everybody could receive the best result from the vaccine. You can also choose the vaccine that you want to get, because there are many types of vaccine that you can get. All the vaccines also has its own efficacy. That means a lot of benefits that we can get from it. But how can I say something like that? That's my point. Well, the first one is the COVID-19 has proven that it is effective in preventing the spread of the COVID-19 and can also restore social and economic condition of countries that are being affected by the pandemic, so that it can run as usual immediately. Vaccine can reduce the risk of developing severe symptoms. If you are infected by COVID-19, the vaccine have started to release in early 2020 with various methods and technologies. Various COVID-19 vaccines that show varying levels of efficacy in all countries around the world. From the highest to the lowest efficacy, vaccine can still provide protection. However, there are several requirements that must be considered before receiving the COVID-19 vaccine. The requirements include, amongst other people who suffer from certain disease such as diabetes or uncontrolled hypertension are not allowed to receive the vaccine. In addition, some vaccines are not allowed for people who are sick, severe, or have been infected by the coronavirus. Second, there are many types of vaccine that being released by the government. Each of them have some difference in terms of efficacy levels and the side effect of it. There are 6 types of vaccines that will be used here in Indonesia, namely AstraZeneca, Sinopharm, the Moderna, Pfizer, Novavax, and Sinovac. According to World Health Organization, here are the efficacies of the vaccine that has been tested by them. The Sinovac has an efficacy of 65.3%. The AstraZeneca has an efficacy of 63.09%. The Sinopharm vaccine has an efficacy of 78.2%. The Novavax has an efficacy of 89.7%. The Moderna vaccine has an efficacy of 94.1%. And the Pfizer has an efficacy of 95.5%. Well, currently, most Indonesian people have received 2 doses of Sinovac, either 2 doses of AstraZeneca vaccine. Third, by getting COVID-19 vaccines, there are many benefits that we can get from it. including reducing morbidity and mortality that caused by COVID-19. So that way, your risk of getting infected by this virus will be much more. And also, even if someone who has been vaccinated still could catch COVID-19 virus, these vaccines can prevent severe symptoms and also complications. Next, we could also encourage the formation of herd immunity. This means that people who cannot get the vaccines, such as newborn babies, the elderly, and also people with autoimmune disease, can get protection from people around them. Lastly, minimize economic and social impact. If most people already have a good immune system to fight the COVID-19 disease, socio-economic activities can return back to normal, which is a good thing. So therefore, we don't need to worry anymore about the COVID-19 vaccine, because there's no doubt that this vaccine will protect us from the spreading of the COVID-19 virus, and also help many other people out there to decrease the case of the spreading of the COVID-19. My advice is, when you're about to get vaccinated, you must have a meal. And after you get vaccinated, don't forget to take a rest for a while. Like the one we may find in Instagram Giphy. Let's get vaccinated. Alright everyone, that is everything you need to know about the vaccine of the COVID-19 virus. Hope it's very useful for you and your loved ones. So thank you so much for watching, and see you.